Gentlemen, let me ask you a simple but powerful question. What if the answer to your weakest, most frustrating health problem wasn't a pill, but something sitting right in your own kitchen? I'm talking about the kind of problem that steals confidence, ruins intimacy, and leaves many older men feeling less like themselves. Yes, I mean weak, unreliable erections. Now here's the shocking part. Scientists have discovered that when you mix just two common ingredients, garlic and a certain oil, something remarkable happens inside your body. Blood vessels open, circulation improves, and the very mechanism that controls male performance comes alive again. Could it really be this simple? Could something so ordinary, so cheap, and so safe do what expensive prescriptions often fail to do? The truth is, it can. And today, I'll walk you step by step through the real science behind this combination, how it works in your body, and exactly how you can use it to support stronger, longer-lasting erections naturally, safely, and without side effects. But before we get into the details, let me say this. If you're a man over 50, or if you care for one, you need to hear this message all the way to the end. Because ignoring it could mean staying stuck with low confidence, low drive, and declining health. So stay with me, because by the time you finish this video, you'll know the powerful truth about garlic, oil, and male performance, and why almost no doctor is talking about it. And if you've ever struggled with energy, drive, or intimacy, drop a comment below. You are not alone, and your story could help another man watching right now. Now, let's uncover the first secret behind this natural, science-backed solution. So let's begin with the first ingredient, garlic. For centuries, people have used garlic as food, as medicine, and even as a natural protector against illness. But what many men don't realize is this. Garlic has a direct effect on the blood vessels that control erections. Here's how it works. When you eat garlic, your body produces more of a natural gas called nitric oxide. Why does that matter? Because nitric oxide is the same chemical your body releases during arousal. It tells your blood vessels to relax, to open wider, and to let blood flow in. Without enough nitric oxide, blood flow stays weak, and erections stay soft. With enough nitric oxide, circulation improves, and erections become strong, firm, and reliable again. Now think about it. Many men over 50 lose nitric oxide production because of aging, stress, or poor diet. That's why garlic becomes so powerful. It restores what time has been stealing. But that's not all. Garlic also reduces something called plaque buildup inside the arteries. And here's the shocking fact. Research shows that clogged arteries in the heart are often the same arteries that limit blood flow to the penis, sometimes years, before a heart attack. Could you be at risk right now? If you've ever had high cholesterol, high blood pressure, or if you're on medication for circulation, then garlic isn't just a spice in your kitchen. It may be a lifeline for your health as a man. And here's another point most people don't know. Garlic also reduces inflammation, lowers blood pressure, and supports the inner lining of your arteries, called the endothelium. That lining is like the switch that controls blood flow. If it's damaged, erections weaken. If it's healthy, erections improve. So when men ask me, "Doctor, can something as simple as garlic really make a difference?" my answer is always yes. Not because it's magic, but because it supports the very systems: circulation, nitric oxide, arterial health, that your body already depends on to perform like a man. And in just a moment, I'll reveal the second ingredient, the special oil, that turns garlic's power into something even more effective. When you combine the two, the results can be life-changing. But before we move on, let me ask you, have you ever tried using garlic for your health before? Drop a quick comment below, because your story might inspire another man who needs this message today. Now, gentlemen, let's talk about the second half of this formula. The oil that takes garlic's natural strength and makes it even more powerful. The oil I'm talking about is extra virgin olive oil. Not just any cooking oil, Not vegetable oil, not seed oil, not margarine. Those can actually damage blood vessels and lower testosterone. I mean pure, high-quality olive oil, the kind that's been used for thousands of years in Mediterranean diets. So why olive oil? First, olive oil is packed with something called monounsaturated fats. These are healthy fats that protect your heart, lower bad cholesterol, and keep blood vessels flexible. When blood vessels are flexible, they can expand properly, and that means stronger, fuller erections. But here's the hidden secret most men don't know. Olive oil helps your body absorb the active compounds in garlic. Garlic contains powerful molecules like allicin, but allicin breaks down quickly if it's not stabilized. Mixing garlic with olive oil not only preserves it, it delivers it directly into your bloodstream where it can do the most good. Now imagine this. Garlic boosts nitric oxide and clears the arteries. Olive oil protects the arteries, stabilizes blood flow, and keeps testosterone higher. Put them together, and you've got a natural, science-backed way to restore the very foundation of male performance. And yes, testosterone matters here. One large study out of the University of Athens found that men who consumed olive oil daily had higher testosterone levels compared to men who didn't. Why? Because the healthy fats in olive oil support the testes, the very glands that produce testosterone. So, garlic improves circulation, olive oil supports testosterone, and together, they give you the 1-2 punch your body needs to perform again. Think about it. Most men spend hundreds, even thousands, on pills, pumps, and risky treatments. Yet nature already gave us 2 simple, affordable ingredients that work with your body, not against it. Now the next question is obvious. How do you prepare this combination the right way? Because if you just chew garlic and drink oil, you'll miss the real benefits. In the next, I'll show you exactly how to mix them, the right proportions, and the best time of day to take it for maximum blood flow and sexual performance. And before we move forward, let me ask you, would you try a natural remedy like this instead of depending only on pills? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because your answer might encourage another man who's searching for hope right now. Now that you know why garlic and olive oil are such a powerful team, let me show you exactly how to prepare and use them. Because just swallowing a clove of garlic or pouring oil on your plate won't give you the maximum benefit. You need the right method. Here's the simple step-by-step way. Step 1. Start with fresh garlic. Take 2 to 3 fresh cloves. Peel them and then crush or finely chop them. Crushing releases allicin, the powerful compound that improves blood flow. Step 2. Let it sit for a few minutes. This is important. When garlic is crushed and left in the open air for about 10 minutes, the allicin becomes more stable. Skip this step, and you lose much of the power. Step 3. Mix with extra virgin olive oil. Add the crushed garlic into 1 to 2 tablespoons of high-quality olive oil. Stir well. The oil not only preserves the allicin, but it also helps your body absorb it more effectively. Step 4. How to take it. The easiest way is to simply eat this mixture on an empty stomach, either by itself or spread on a small piece of whole grain bread. Some men even drizzle it over cooked vegetables. The key is to avoid overheating it, because high heat destroys the active compounds. Step 5. Best time of day. For circulation and sexual health, the best time is in the evening, about an hour before dinner. Why evening? Because your body digests it slowly overnight, giving your arteries and blood vessels hours of repair and relaxation before the next day. Some men prefer morning, and that's fine too. But evening use often leads to more noticeable results in performance and sleep quality. And let me make one thing clear. This is not about instant magic. You won't swallow garlic and oil tonight and wake up with rock-hard erections tomorrow. That's not how the body works. But with consistent use over weeks, the blood vessels begin to open, circulation improves, and confidence slowly returns. Gentlemen, I've seen men in their late 60s and even 70s try this, and within 4 to 6 weeks, They report stronger morning erections, better stamina, and a renewed sense of masculinity. Now, of course, everyone is different, and if you're already on medication for blood pressure, cholesterol, or heart disease, always check with your doctor before starting any natural remedy. Safety comes first. But for most healthy men, this garlic and olive oil mixture is not only safe, it's one of the simplest, most powerful tools you can use to take back control of your circulation, your energy, and your performance. And in the next, I'll show you what science actually says about this remedy, because I know many of you want proof, not just tradition. And the research will surprise you. Before we go there, let me ask you, have you ever tried a natural remedy at night and noticed it worked better than during the day? Share your experience in the comments. You might help another man watching right now. Now, gentlemen, let's talk about the proof. Because I know many of you are thinking, Doctor, this sounds good, but is there any real science behind it? The answer is yes, and the studies are impressive. First, garlic and blood pressure. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition showed that garlic supplementation lowered blood pressure in men with hypertension, almost as effectively as standard medications. Why is that important? Because high blood pressure is one of the top reasons men struggle with weak erections. The arteries become stiff and narrow. Garlic helps reverse that process. Second, garlic and cholesterol. Research in the Annals of Internal Medicine found that garlic reduced LDL, the bad cholesterol, and even slowed down plaque formation in arteries. Remember what I said earlier? The same arteries that clog in your heart also clog in the penis. Clearing them up improves not only heart health, but sexual health too. Third, olive oil and testosterone. A fascinating study from the University of Athens looked at men who regularly used extra virgin olive oil. They had significantly higher testosterone levels than men who used seed oils or low-quality fats. Why? Because the healthy fats in olive oil improve the function of the testes, the glands responsible for testosterone production. And testosterone is the hormone that fuels desire, energy, and firm erections. Now here's the kicker. When you combine garlic and olive oil, you're not just getting one benefit. You're getting multiple systems working together. Blood flow, cholesterol, blood pressure, and hormones. That's why so many men notice real changes within weeks. And let me share something personal from my practice. One of my patients, a 64-year-old gentleman, had been struggling with weak erections for almost 10 years. He had tried medications, but they gave him headaches and didn't last long. I suggested he add a daily mix of garlic and olive oil to his diet, along with some exercise. 6 weeks later, he came back smiling. He told me, "Doctor, I feel alive again. My mornings are different. My confidence is back." And the best part? His blood pressure had improved too. Could this work for you? If your arteries are stiff, if your nitric oxide is low, if your testosterone is declining, then yes, this combination may be exactly what your body needs. Now, of course, science is one thing, but knowing how to use this safely in real life is just as important. That's what I'll explain in the next, the precautions, side effects, and who should avoid this remedy. Because while it's natural, it's not for everyone. And before we continue, if you find this information valuable, give this video a like so more men can discover it. It really helps spread the message. Now, gentlemen, before you rush to the kitchen and start mixing garlic with olive oil every night, let's pause for a moment. Because even though this remedy is natural and safe for most men, there are some important things you need to know. First, possible side effects. Garlic is strong. For some men, especially if you eat too much at once, it can cause stomach upset, heartburn, or even loose stools. That's why I recommend starting with just 1 clove at first, mixed with oil, and then working your way up to 2 or 3 cloves once your body adjusts. Second, blood thinning. Garlic naturally thins the blood. For many men, this is actually helpful. It prevents clots and keeps circulation smooth. But if you're already taking prescription blood thinners, like warfarin, Coumadin, or even daily aspirin. Combining too much garlic can increase your risk of bleeding. So if you're on those medications, you must check with your doctor before starting this remedy. Third, surgery and medical procedures. If you have any upcoming surgery, you should stop garlic supplements or heavy garlic use at least a week before to avoid excess bleeding. Fourth, olive oil quality. Not all olive oil is created equal. Many cheap brands are blended with seed oils that damage arteries and lower testosterone. Look for cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil from a trusted source. If it's cheap and tasteless, it's probably fake. Fifth, existing medical conditions. Men with very low blood pressure, uncontrolled diabetes, or severe stomach ulcers should be cautious. Garlic may lower blood pressure and blood sugar further, which isn't always safe without medical supervision. So here's my professional advice. If you're a generally healthy man over 50, this garlic and olive oil remedy is safe, effective, and worth trying. But if you're on medications, especially for the heart, blood pressure, or diabetes, have a quick conversation with your doctor first. It's always better to be safe. And let me share this with you. In my years as a men's health specialist, I've seen too many patients harm themselves by chasing extreme solutions without thinking about interactions or safety. You don't have to be afraid of natural remedies, but you do have to be smart. So far, we've covered the power of garlic, the benefits of olive oil, how to prepare them, and the science behind it all. Plus, who should avoid it? Now the question becomes, what else can you do alongside this remedy to maximize results? That's what I'll reveal in the next, the lifestyle and dietary habits that, when combined with garlic and olive oil, create the perfect environment for strong, reliable erections at any age. And before we move forward, let me ask you, have you ever noticed side effects from eating garlic? Maybe heartburn or stomach issues? Share your experience below. Your story could help another man who's considering this remedy. Gentlemen, here's the truth. Garlic and olive oil can do a lot for your blood flow and performance, but they're not magic by themselves. To see the biggest results, you need to create the right environment inside your body. So what are the habits that make this remedy truly powerful? Number 1, stay active. Simple daily movement, walking, stretching, light strength training, keeps your blood vessels flexible. Remember, an erection is just blood rushing into the penis. If you sit all day, circulation slows, and no natural remedy can fully fix that. Even 20 minutes of walking after dinner can make a noticeable difference. Number 2, eat more greens and fewer processed foods. Dark leafy vegetables like spinach and kale boost nitric oxide levels naturally. Processed foods, on the other hand, damage the endothelium, the inner lining of your arteries. Garlic and oil can help repair, but why keep damaging them every day with junk food? Number 3, control alcohol and smoking. Alcohol in small amounts may relax you, but too much lowers testosterone and damages liver function. Smoking is even worse. It hardens arteries faster than almost anything else. If you're serious about your erections, this is the first habit to break. Number 4, sleep deeply. Most men don't realize this. Your body produces the majority of its testosterone while you sleep. Poor sleep means weak testosterone, weak drive, and weak erections. Combine garlic and oil with 7 to 8 hours of restful sleep, and you'll notice faster progress. Number 5, stress management. Stress pumps cortisol through your veins, and cortisol is the enemy of testosterone. Garlic and olive oil can't fight stress alone. Gentle breathing, meditation, or even a hobby you love can lower cortisol and keep your hormones balanced. Now let me tell you something important. I've seen 2 men of the same age, both using garlic and olive oil. One saw amazing results within 6 weeks. The other saw little change. What was the difference? The first man walked daily, ate clean, and managed stress. The second still smoked, skipped sleep, and lived on fast food. The remedy is powerful, but your habits decide whether it flourishes or fails. So don't just add garlic and oil. Build the foundation, move more, eat clean, rest deeply, and protect your hormones. When you do, you'll create the perfect storm for strong blood flow, higher testosterone, and firm, reliable performance. In the next, I'll answer the question many men are asking right now. How long does it take to see real results? And what kind of changes can you realistically expect over time? But before we move on, let me ask you, which of these habits do you already practice? And which one do you struggle with the most? Share it in the comments, because your honesty might motivate another man who's fighting the same battle. Gentlemen, here's what I want you to take away. Your testosterone is not gone forever. Your energy is not lost forever. And your manhood is not finished. By focusing on the right foods, the right oils, the right circulation boosters, and simple daily choices, you can rebuild what time has slowly taken away. I have seen men in their late 60s and even early 70s turn their health around. They did not accept weakness. They did not surrender to age. They made changes, and their bodies responded. So tonight, when you sit at your dinner table, I want you to ask yourself one simple question. Am I feeding my strength or my weakness? Because every bite you take, every oil you choose, every decision you make is either restoring your testosterone and blood flow or destroying it. Gentlemen, the power is in your hands. Protect your manhood, protect your strength, and protect your life. I'm Dr. Michael James, and I want every man listening to know it's never too late.